What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of GoldView. I'm your co-host, Eric.
Your co-host, Aaron, man. What's going on, y'all? What's happening out there?
Man, what's good with y'all, man? Y'all know why we here, man. Y'all see the title, man. We're going to get into the Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers training camp, and we also got a special edition of Who You Rolling With, man. So we got a lot to talk about today, man. But first and foremost, man, how you been, dog? What's happening with you?
I've been good, man. Just chilling up here, doing the thing. Hopefully all the flood victims out there towards Raleigh, they be good. And all the flood victims out there in Texas, man, I hope everything is good with y'all. Yeah, but other than that, bro, I've been good, man. How you been?
That's what's up, man. Been good, man. Been checking out some of these Panthers highlights, doing some digging, man, so we can go ahead and spill to these fans what to expect in this upcoming training camp, man. We got some positions that's going to be dog fighting it out. Some jobs going to be, at risk. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be at risk, man. We got some jobs that we think should be at risk. You know what I'm saying? With the competition that they moved in the room at certain positions for our teams, man. But what team we going to get into first, man? What we doing?
We're going to get into the biggest training camp battle, or in my own opinion. We're going to go ahead and dive into the Colts training camp battle.
Okay.
I feel like everybody already know what we're talking about, man. We talk about the quarterback.
Right.
Battle between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, man.
Yes.
I'm just going from the heart right now, man. Like I don't know how this gonna go, but I'm pulling for my boy Anthony Richardson. We're gonna go through this. Let's see if he can get through training camp. I know he has shoulder problems. Going into it, so hey, hopefully he'll be able to pull that motherfucker together. And then, but if not, man, like if Daniel Jones end up becoming the started quarterback, all right, bet. All right, Daniel, show me what you can do. I know you on a whole nother team. I know there's other quarterbacks that have been out there that been doing their thing with other teams. Hopefully you could be one of them if you do become the starting quarterback. But I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I am pulling for Anthony Richardson. I think Anthony Richardson can do things that Daniel Jones can't do. As far as like Daniel Jones do got some legs. He can run. I'll give him that he can run. I don't know, man. I just gotta go with Anthony Richardson on this. Daniel Jones to put up bad film, and Richardson to put up film. All right, man. Let both of y'all play. It gonna be a tight competition. I think Anthony Richardson is gonna come out on top. That's what I think.
Okay, man. Because for one, we already knew it had to be the quarterback battle with the Indianapolis Colts because we know they crowded that room to a point that, they even added Riley Leonard in there. You guys even had a guy that was in there backing up. So we're going to have some quarterback battles going on from QB1 to QB2, just trying to make the depth chart. So that room is going to be real interesting to begin with, but mainly because the quarterback one battle, we got Daniel Jones, who's coming off of trying to be somewhat a redemption a redemption type of point in his career as he, tried to go to a second team. He was, the guy going with the New York Giants, and he had a decent year with Brian Daboll. But it didn't always pan out. You can attribute that to the offensive line. You can attribute that to not getting him the offensive weapons outside of Saquon Barkley up until recently with
Malik Neighbors
and Darius Slayton. So it's been some up and downs going on with that, that team for a little while now. But both of these guys got reason to have chips going on. Yeah, they got to tighten it up. They got to bring in that shot group, man, and bring in the main thing with both of these guys is consistency. Anthony Richardson played in 11 games last year, 47% completion. That's not going to get it done. They always harp on you got to complete 60% of your passes in the NFL, and completing 47% is not going to do much for your team, even with the weapons that you guys got. You know what I'm saying? Which is another battle that I'm interested in. But the receiver room, that's a crowded room. Y'all got DJ Giddens and Jonathan Taylor now, so a lot of weapons. We knew you guys lost Ryan Kelly, Will Fries off that offensive alignment, but we expect that unit to still take a step forward, or at least be, stagnant or, plateau to where they was last year. I don't see a big drop off there. I just think the consistency at the quarterback position got to be right on time with y'all, bro. It has to be,
bro. It gotta be, man. Because Inyon Mitchell, man, he made some plays. He ran some good routes last year. We just unfortunately missed them. It could have been games that we could have won if we would hit them.
Yeah.
Right. Especially if AR would have hit them. So it's just like, but like you said, the wide receiver room is crowded. But I believe they're gonna find a way to kind of like for everybody to be able to eat. In the receiver room, man. Then we got Tyler Warren coming in.
Yeah, that's another certified weapon. Excuse me.
Yeah, so it's gonna be
safety blanket.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of battles going on, but I think the main battle definitely gonna be the quarterback situation, only because ever since Andrew Luck retired, we haven't had a quarterback to be there on a consistent basis. It's just been night and day, completely over and over and over again with quarterbacks with us.
Right.
Ever since Andrew Luck retired, so all right, let's figure out a quarterback. If it's not this year, and neither one of them show up this year, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we're going to be starting right back over. But I think
one of them is going to be at least mediocre around this group. As long as you can get somebody in there that can play 17 games, somebody's going to be mediocre. Because I honestly do think Daniel Jones can be mediocre. I don't think he can be an elite or an above-average starter, but I do think he can be decent enough to keep you guys in the hunt. Because with the top 10 defense was what you guys had last year, ranked 9th. And that unit that you guys had last year, like we said, they ranked 19th, but they lacked because of the consistency of the quarterback position. I think, man,
John Taylor had him a great year last year, bro.
Right. If y'all can
that's
get
one thing Andrew Luck. That's one thing Andrew Luck retired. I mean, didn't have a running game, but
didn't have a running game. Yeah. And man, like you would like to see one of these quarterbacks just take advantage of these young weapons. I did not miss who Josh Downs. Josh Downs seeming like he's going to be that starting slot receiver. You got Michael Pittman Jr., Alec Pierce on the opposite side of him. You got an abundance of weapons, man. And like I said, I like the new
Alec Cox, Joe.
bro. We Giddens. I love the weapons that you guys got. Can we just get consistency from that position in particular? Of course, there's a couple other positions that could be a little bit more consistent, like the secondary, which is why you guys got your various Ward and Cameron Bynum and things of that nature. But I think it's really that quarterback situation, and people are banking on it's two different type of fan bases that are split with you guys right now. People that are banking on Anthony Richardson's crazy athleticism and him pulling it together and being consistent. And then you got some Daniel Jones fans who are forced to be Daniel Jones fans who think they're going to see him because Anthony Richardson hasn't been able to stay on the field. I hope he can stay on the field because
I do too, man.
We've seen him ball out, bro.
Yeah, like most definitely. I feel like he do make plays, especially in the fourth quarter. He do need to get more consistent with the shorter passes and stuff like that. His deep passes, man, he got that thing on lock. Man, ain't nobody even worried about that. But just the short to medium passes, get that thing on lock. I mean, same thing with Daniel Jones because his accuracy really ain't that good either. So it's just like, yo, can one of you guys get more accurate? Can one of you guys get more consistent with throwing the accurate passes to get things done? Like, can we convert on third down when we absolutely need to? Can we just continue to drive the ball all the way down the field to score a touchdown? Or at least to get 3 points? Can we not overthrow a receiver sometime? Like, let's just get more consistent with that accuracy so we can win more ball games. That's all I'm saying.
And it sucks, man, but on paper right now, the best bet is for Daniel Jones to start. His completion percentage was almost 15% above, and he had a better touchdown to interception ratio. Granted, we know he's a little bit more polished, but I mean, man, I hope that's not the case because I would like you guys to go with who you drafted at number 4 a few years ago, Anthony Richardson, just to go ahead and really milk that investment. But man, he really making it hard.
Like, I really want Anthony Richardson to come into the league, get the reps that he needed. I know he got hurt, but bro, get the reps that you need.
Yeah,
I know you got the mental reps. but let's get the actual reps and just go through it and ball out, man. Like
right.
I need you to
And we
stay
talk
on the
about
field.
Anthony Richardson, and we talked about the abundance of weapons that you got in the receiver group, but they also got to step it up, like you said, with them drops too, because I'm sure his completion percentage would have been a little higher without some of those drops that happened in the games last season.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And then on top of that, some of the passes was overthrown or way too high, things like that.
Chemistry. They gotta smooth and
that
iron that out, bro.
And that come from practice. That come from
playing. Gotta be available so y'all can get that timing. Scramble drills, all that gotta be right.
I think I'm not sure. I think he should be good going into training camp. Right. So
I know he had that setback in OTAs.
Yeah. So
maybe hopefully that was just precaution, hopefully that was just precaution. Let's just leave it. Hopefully it was just precautions, bro. That they would just like, you know what? We'll save it for training camp.
But hey, I need you to really step it up at training camp. I mean, both of them really, bro. Both of them really. Like just really step it up at training camp. Let's get right. Whoever wins. Yeah, hey. I'm rolling with Anthony Richardson, but Daniel Jones wins. All right, man. I'm gonna roll with you until you fuck up.
If he wins, put it like this: if you get into a situation where Daniel Jones wins, I think you're getting into a situation where he's going to be playing really good, because if he beats out Anthony Richardson, a guy who they already were sold on, from the jump, and who they handpicked, and he comes in and beat that guy out, that means he's just been straight up balling in training camp.
Balling, bro.
And if that's a good sign. Granted, we know we've seen from Daniel Jones, from
and
Duke,
we paid him too.
We know, So
we paid him too.
He comes in and he ball. If he beats Anthony Richardson out in training camp, that means he just straight up. He balling, bro. He balling.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna say baller because we haven't seen it. When I say baller, he need to be balling on the actual game field, not the training camp.
But that's what I'm saying, though. If he beat out Anthony Richardson, who shows that he is a baller, who's probably going to be a training camp, he's going to show up in training camp regardless. I think because he's going to come with that hunger off the rip.
He translate that into an actual game.
That's what I was getting ready to. If he beat out Anthony Richardson, I'm assuming it will. If he go in there and beat out Anthony Richardson off the rip, because I think that's going to be hard to do. I don't think that's going to be an easy task because they already sold on Anthony Richardson. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I really think it's a small chance that he does it. But if he do, I think that'll be the scenario to where it's like, yo, buddy came in on some wild stuff. I really, because I think it's gonna be hard for him to beat him out. You know how hard that's gonna be. Because I think Anthony Richardson already the guy.
Yeah, he already knows the system. He been there for 3
it's gonna be tough.
Hey, man.
It's gonna be tough. Right. And he got the intangible. It's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be tough. That would have been a dope Hard Knocks right there.
It would be.
It would be because that's a legit quarterback battle because they both got them chips. Like, granted, we think Anthony Richardson is more talented.
But I don't think we need no Hard Knocks after that end season Hard Knocks. I ain't even finished that season, bro. I tried. I didn't even finish that season, man. That wasn't gonna happen. I ain't even gonna get into that, bro. I'm not gonna get into it.
I feel you.
Let's go ahead and get into the Panthers training camp battle, man. What's on your list, man? Who you got going? Who's on your battle list, man?
So, man, I got a couple battles that I'm gonna try to get through a brush through, man. I got 3 positions that I think really are gonna benefit from the Panthers kind of making it a little tough on them, with the exception of one group. But the edge position, I mean, you bring in Princely Umanmielen from the University of Ole Miss, who's fast off the edge. Like we discussed before, the freaky spin move. Really fast, got some bend to him off the edge. Then you bring in, the round before that, the second round, Nick Scorton out of Texas A&M, who's a little bit more powerful, who's a little bit more bull rush, and has that size on him as well. And they let go of some of the edge. They let go of Jadeveon Clowney, who had a decent amount of sacks last year. And then they bring in guys like Pat Jones as well from the Minnesota Vikings, who's still young, who they're going to have to try to compete with to see who can play. I mean, alongside of DJ Wanham, if he starts, that's another guy who I think that's going to be trying to fight for some playing time, especially at the edge position. So I think they set that position, the edge room, up to be a straight up dogfight, and it needed to be because the defense was so bad last year. The pass rush was lackluster, and the run defense was lackluster. I mean,
they didn't have Derek Brown, but I understand what you're talking about. Yeah,
right. So I think they really didn't have no room to not create some type of competition in that room. Okay. So it's going to be them still running the base 3-4. So I just like to see who they have playing outside on the edge positions right now, going into the season. But we got to get some production from a sorry defense who gave them, like I said, gave them the most points in NFL history. You gotta create. I love that they created competition. They double dipped. I'm always a fan of double dipping. I like when the Philadelphia Eagles double dipped with that secondary last year. So I like when teams double dip it. Understand that they address the area of need and go ahead and attack it full head of steam, bro. So I'm definitely cool with them going ahead and doing that, man. Even added some interior competition with Treshaun Warren from the Kansas City Chiefs to play alongside Derek Brown, Ashawn Robinson, and I think they brought in Bobby Brown. So it's gonna be some competition to see.
Yeah. Derek Brown gonna be there. So whoever could be like taking over with Derek Brown. I know you in the 3-4, but whenever Derek Brown come out, who's gonna replace him?
Right. So that's gonna be, to me, that's gonna be interesting. We're gonna play kind of alongside them, and those like I said, the edge positions to me is gonna be real key. Me personally, I think if it's a guy that's going to get beat out, it's going to be DJ Wanham. I know he's 27. He's been there a little bit, but he only had 4 sacks last year. And I think that's...
Yeah, you got to step that up.
You got to step that up. And I think Nick Scorton and Princely UMan Mieling going to come in with some juice and
I ain't gonna lie, 4 sacks. That's
it's solid. It's not horrible.
Yeah.
It's not.
Like, it could be more because, I mean, when
he missed some games too last year. He missed some games too.
Yeah, like, when you look at some of the elite players, like a TJ Watt, like a Michael Parsons, like, they up there.
Of course, they're going to start trickling into those double-digit sacks and getting wild with it. But
when you look at some other players, 4 sacks not bad. Could be a little bit better, but yeah, bro, I agree with you though.
But it was on, like I said, it was on a bad unit as a whole. So so you really got to find bright spots because as a fan, from a fan perspective, or just a spectator, you would look at it and be like, don't keep nobody. But you got to keep, so
you got to keep somebody.
You got to keep some of them, bro, because it just wasn't that everybody was just straight up trash. It could have been schematically. It could have been the position that was put in injuries. There's a lot of going to it, man.
So you want to wipe the slate clean?
No. I'm saying it's easy to say that. No, I'm saying it's easy to say that when you see it look so bad. You like, dang, why keep anybody? But
you're like, fire everybody. Just fire.
That's how. Some people's like empty the ship, man. So I'm like, nah, man, you got to keep some of these guys, and that's a little bit why. That was why it was some of the outroar with JC Horn getting his contract. Granted, we know he has been, a little like durability issues as well in the first 2 seasons, but he's been trying to follow that up real good. But it's hard to see somebody get paid big bucks and they was just on a horrible unit. It just looks kind of weird or funky, man. But like you said, you got to find the bright spots in some of these bad units, man. But the next competition battle is I want to see the receiver 2 battle. I want to see that receiver 2 battle.
Who receiver 1?
I think they probably gonna make Tedoroy McMillan receiver 1 off the rip. If I had to guess, and I think Xavier Legette or Jalen Coker could be that guy out there on the opposite side of him.
Okay. That's
Picks would say Xavier Legette. I would like to say Xavier Legette, but I cannot ignore what Jalen Coker did last year. Very similar stats. I mean, Jalen Coker had 2 touchdowns, 478 receiving yards, 15 yards per reception. Xavier Legette, but he had 497 yards, so they very, very close. Jalen Coker got some surefire hands.
That's a great competition, bro. That's a great competition right there that you really got to pay attention to, because it's who gonna be your second receiver.
Yeah.
bro, because a good second receiver can relieve pressure off the first receiver. Or, matter of fact, it could be the opposite around.
Mm-hmm.
A very good first receiver going to definitely relieve pressure off the second receiver. Yeah, because I mean, look at Antonio Brown and what's his name?
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Juju, bro. Like,
yeah, it did. A lot of attention was going over there towards him and opening things up.
For Juju.
Yep. And that's the same thing with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. You see it a lot. Yeah.
But Jamar Chase still getting hit.
Yeah, he's still. That's why. Yeah, still gonna get hit. Jamar Chase is drawing a lot of that attention.
Mm-hmm.
He's still gonna get in because he's just who he is. Yeah, but it helps out T. Higgins a lot to have some of those monster games,
bro. So if that happens, is McMillan is out there balling.
Yeah,
because for him to be a rookie, if he come out there balling like people expected him to be balling with Bryce Young and stuff like that, I ain't gonna lie, that's a good.
I get him between 700 and 800, between 700 and 850 yards. Because it's gonna be a lot of toss ups going.
You don't think he'll get that?
That's gonna be. I got it. And they've been practicing together already off the rip before the draft. So it'd be nice, bro. It'd be nice, bro. I just don't want to get carried away. Because of that receiver 2 competition, and I think he's gonna spread that ball around. I think he's gonna spread that ball around. I think he's gonna spread it around.
Get 1,000, bro. I think
year 2 probably.
I think he's gonna get 1,000, bro. Maybe
I think it's possible. I think Bryce gonna spread the rock. Bryce gonna spread the rock.
Touchdown.
Okay. If he get 1,000, I'm all with it. I would.
Yeah, bro. I think he would get
if he was the only guy, we still got Thielen. Thielen ain't better than McMillan, but he's got more familiarity.
Yeah, that's what he gonna spread. Then you got Hunter Renfrow.
He gonna spread the rock. Well. He definitely, and then you got Jimmy Horn up in there as well.
Oh,
he gonna spread the rock.
Jimmy Horn slipped my mind. That's good. That's good, bro.
He gonna spread the rock. Bro.
Thielen.
Thielen gonna start off in the slot off the road. I think Jimmy Horn gonna creep in through special teams and special packages. But once Thielen go ahead and slide up out of there, I think if things go well, Jimmy Horn probably be that premier slot receiver.
Yeah.
At least for the Panthers, not in the league. Just for the Panthers, he'd be the guy.
If y'all go double wide receiver, y'all had Horn and Renfrow out there.
Yeah.
Because we all know this is Adam Thielen last season.
Yeah.
But then you're going to have McMillan and Leggett on the outside.
Yep.
That could be fire.
It's going to be fire. It's
going to be fire. Hubbard in the backfield.
Yeah. Didn't they? They picked up some solid weapons, man. They made it. It was hard. This was really hard to pick training camp back. I could have went running back 2 as well because they got Rico Dowdle. Then Trevor Etienne. They drafted him, so we got some running back 2 battles going on back there. I love how they just made it uncomfortable for a lot of these positions across the board.
Bro, you
not just accepted that you were there and because they could easily neglected running back 2 position and just grab anybody. Grab a Rico Dowdle, 1,000-yard receiver, Cowboys last year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect it. When I seen it, I was like, okay, because he could have easily been a starter somewhere else. Put 1,000 on the ground, you can easily be a starter somewhere else. So
and on top of that, like I respect y'all for that because it's just like, y'all gonna have to come in and ball.
Like, we gotta make a lot of uncomfortable situations for this roster, bro. Got to.
Bro, I think when it comes to cutting players for you guys, it's gonna be really hard for y'all. Because I feel like each and every one, especially in the receiver
room. Because I want to see Jimmy Horn. I want to see what Renfrow got left in the tank. Him a year removed.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get tight. It's gonna get real tight in that room. And somebody we're gonna cut sling low with a couple of people, man. But it's gonna be a very interesting camp, bro. Very interesting camp, bro. And I'm looking forward to it, man. It just like I keep harping on because it just needed to be that way. It just needed to be that way after falling just short in almost every category last year. That we want to talk about inconsistencies. I mean, inconsistency from Bryce Young his first 2 games where he got benched, and then Andy Dalton comes in the 3rd game and he plays okay for a few games, and then he gets his thumb injured in a car wreck, and then Bryce comes back in and plays well. So those are some ups and downs that can, that can cause some type of inconsistency with the receiving core as well that we were just talking about with Daniel Jones in that loaded room with Anthony Richardson. So it's gonna be interesting, bro. It's gonna be interesting. A lot of people got a lot of reasons to show up, bro. Because you got the help.
You got
at least on paper. On paper, we know paper can be different once the season starts. But for both of these teams, you got the help.
You got the help, bro.
Teams have tried. We can't say
you got the help.
Teams ain't tried, bro.
You gotta come to help. But you got the help. You gotta come to help.
Teams tried, bro. Teams did. Remember with Cam and Luck, our teams are taking a different approach with Bryce and Anthony Richardson. They're actually trying to surround those guys with more weapons than just T.Y. Hilton. Or try with just once with Kelvin Benjamin and that flop. You know what I'm saying? Or him just having Greg. For real, man. Like it felt slow. Like it felt slow.
But I ain't gonna lie, man. Cam, that 2015 year, bro, the MVP year, I'll give him his props. That man balled out.
But it wasn't enough. Not him, but it wasn't enough on that roster. It just wasn't enough. And I know you look at it 15-0 and all that, but that was a lot of just Cam, super bad Cam that year. And I don't want to dismiss that great defense. I mean, ranked top 5 that year outside, we've seen what Denver was doing. But solid ass defense. But we seen that our teams have gotten comfortable with the quarterbacks playing hero ball in the past and not, giving them consistent weapons, man. So
and the thing is,
we got that now, bro.
Yeah, bro. Especially y'all, but I do think Bryce is going to be a little bit more consistent than Anthony Richardson right now. Only time would tell. Hopefully AR will be able to continue. Like, if he goes into training camp, do what he need to do, become the starter, and continue being the starter. Let's do what he need to do.
Yeah, because I think he answered a lot of. If he comes in 10 games, no hiccups. Not saying like 10 games, no interception, nothing like that. But 10 games where he playing full throttle, he ain't miss a beat. 10 games like off.
I need a full season.
No. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying 10 games to where a point to where people will be like, he's answering some questions. Because we hadn't even seen him do that yet. Of course, he needs to play the full season. I'm just saying, like, by the 10-game mark, if he come in, I don't think people gonna be worried about Daniel Jones no matter like 10 games. If he come in
and do what he need to do.
Yeah, I think after week 10, everybody gonna be like, yo, he's the guy.
I know ain't nobody worried about. Well, people should be worried about Bryce Young, but you know how they do. You know how people.
It was.
You know how fans are, man.
I'm not gonna say you shouldn't be worried about it because it's still it wasn't a full season.
I mean, we the same.
It wasn't a full season. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't a full season. I'm still on the board. I believe in Bryce, but I think I still need. Part of me still needs to see that for a full season, and I need to see the continuation on from last year in them last 10 games. So we can't see him.
I think Bryce Young gonna be able to do that.
Same. I do.
Because I think he just. I think one between Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson, he definitely had way more experience than Anthony Richardson, and I just think he could be able to pull all that experience together this season better than Anthony Richardson. But I really do hope that Anthony Richardson is able to do the same thing.
Yeah,
just pulling all your experience, like get mentally locked in, make the correct reads when you're needed to, when it's needed, and just do the same thing. Like you're athletic, let that athletic ability show, and just go out there and ball out. Just have fun.
I don't think he even needs to have an MVP type of season to even shut people up. He just needs to come out and be consistent. If he can be consistent, he'll shut a lot of things up, bro. Because we understand, because he's still one of the youngest quarterbacks in the leagues. Even after another draft, he was still the youngest. So we
Now, if you have
understand it's going to take the things to work out, but if he can come in and be consistent, complete somewhere around 6% of your passes, give us about 20 touchdowns, keep that interception rate below 10, I think people will accept that.
If you don't fumble the ball,
I think people will look at that and be like, okay, yeah, we definitely can grow from that.
Now, if he have an MVP season, let go.
Oh yeah,
I ain't saying that he is. I'm not saying that he is, but if he does, let go.
Being a dual threat in that system, with Shane Steichen and with those weapons, it's possible. Being a dual threat with those weapons in that system, because I mean, the ability, the way he can take those numbers to, and lead that offense and have them just running rampant, and him being the focal point of it, it's crazy. Because I think he can do something very similar to what the Detroit Lions did last year, where they had over 2,000-yard receivers and 2,000-yard rushers. I think you guys can get close to that. I don't know about the rushing part, but I think you guys can get close. And I think, with all those receivers, I think it wouldn't surprise me if you have 2,000-yard receivers if Anthony Richardson plays the whole year. It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me, man, because I would take you. A team could put Michael Pittman as their number one, which is what you guys got. Adonai Mitchell or Alec Pierce can go somewhere and be a serviceable number one in the league. So, and Tyler Warren, bro, you don't know what to even expect from him. I think he's going to be a certified safety blanket, bro. When stuff started to break, I think he's going to be a certified safety blanket.
You're going to find them gaps in the coverage. You drop it off to him. We're going to get right.
Bro, he's physical. Man. It's physical after the catch. So I'm excited to see, bro, if he stay consistent in that offense. Anthony Richardson, man.
Bro.
Like we say that the floor for you guys is always 10 wins if you guys can get that quarterback position right.
That's all
the roster's just too good.
That's all we need to do, man. Speaking of dual threats, man, let's go ahead and give y'all who you rolling with. We're going to give y'all a couple of people that could be dual threat running back. Okay. Some of them that give you that work in the receiving game.
Yeah.
And some of them don't definitely give you that work in the rushing game, running backs. That's that's their prime position. They don't need catch.
That's their bread and butter. They don't even need that was just ice on the cake.
Yeah, just give them the ball and let them run. Let them do their thing. All right, man. So in the first group, in Group A, Barry Sanders or Christian McCaffrey, man. Who you rolling with?
Carolina guy through and through. I love Chris McCaffrey, man. He was the heart and soul of everything we did from the years he was drafted to like 2020, 2021. It was everything ran through him. But come on, man. You got a Hall of Famer Barry Sanders from Detroit Lions, man. Come on, dog. You gotta go Barry Sanders, dog. You gotta
go with Barry. Christian, ain't no Hall of Fame.
Not while we making this episode, he ain't. And that would just be illogical as hell to take.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Barry as well. Barry, he had a short career. A lot of people from Detroit had a short career.
Yeah, but it was just because of the situation. Yeah, it was a good team. They could take it too long.
And a lot of people, only two.
Only two.
Yeah, like two Main Street people. Two Main Street people. But at the same time, man, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Barry. Barry was Barry was just a dog, bro. Looking at his highlights, Christian McCaffrey was able to do it. Was able to juke somebody out.
And I think he will be a Hall of Famer. Me personally, I think he will be. But
the way Barry was able to go from here
quick
to
on
there,
his feet, left to right was goodness, bro.
I'm going north up the field.
Yes, man.
Bro.
Yes, man.
Barry was something different, man. Barry was definitely different. So I'm gonna have to go.
That man will shake you in the smallest of gaps, bro. He'll
juke you in the phone booth.
Yeah, man. Straight up. It's crazy.
Straight up, bro. Barry was a bro. Barry. McCaffrey.
For those 9 years, if I'm not mistaken, he was a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. What about you? Got the flow.
Well, man, on next, man. All right. Who you rolling with? Adrian Peterson or But yeah, I got you, bro. Who you rolling with? Adrian Peterson or Mr. 2K, Chris Johnson? Who you rolling with?
That's a good question, man.
That was lightning fast.
2K was like that, man, because I know he had a very, very good season. That one season we had that 2K, man. 2K Johnson, man. That man was out there rolling.
Crazy.
But, bro, that shit was crazy, bro. And we had to play him twice.
Yeah, man.
We had to play him twice, man. Couldn't do nothing against him that year. But I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna have to go Adrian Peterson. I've been watching him since he was at Oklahoma. When I was in elementary school. And then he go to the NFL and just absolutely ball out, bro.
Year after year after year. My favorite running back of all time. I mean, year after
Adrian
year
Peterson
after
was
year.
Bro, I wore number 28 after Adrian Peterson one year because I back in the day, I was little. It was a little league. I ain't it was a little league. I wore 28.
Little league.
I wore 28 in little league. I ain't wear it since. But I wore it because of Adrian Peterson, man.
See the influence, and then what he did, man, coming off ACL tear, bro.
That
a short recovery.
Oh,
yes,
bro.
That balled out.
Bro, that was a crazy year, bro. If I'm not mistaken, he was probably the last non-quarterback MVP.
He was, bro.
Bro.
He was. The last non-quarterback that was MVP. Yes, he was.
Julio should have won in 2016.
He should have won in 2016 over Matt Ryan. He should have.
Yeah, he should have. But shout out to Julio for that. But either way, Adrian Peterson, bro, was just absolutely balling, bro. And then
all
that year he come back and was only 12 yards short
of 2000. Breaking
Eric Dickerson I think it was
like 2097 or something like that.
Yeah, bro.
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, single season rushing yard record, bro. Only 12 some yards short. Like, man, to do that, bro.
And AP was so balanced, so cold,
bro.
He'll run through you, shake you up, bro. He could just do it all, bro.
Shake you up, bro. Do it all, bro. Catch the ball out the back. His first touchdown. His
screen game was crazy,
bro. His first touchdown was a little flare route coming out the backfield. Like, bro, what? It wasn't even a rushing touchdown. It was a receiving touchdown, bro. As a rookie. It took that thing to the crib. But Adrian Peterson was a dog, bro. So
we both go AP. I respect. We both go for AP. Well, who you got for me?
Ooh. Walter Payton or Jerome Bettis?
Walter Payton. So you Walter Payton. But hey, Jerome the bust though. Hey. You gotta respect it though.
Bro, Jerome Bettis.
Run through you, clear your whole line out. Blow your chest out.
Bro, roll through you. But hey, all right, let me say this though. Walter Payton or Alvin Kamara? Give you another level.
Walter Payton, dog.
Oh, you still going
Walter Payton?
Sweetness. You can still go.
That's even easier than the first one.
That's even easy?
Yes, bro. Yes. The Kamara's solid. Look, individual rivalry there. No,
are you saying that because he played for the Saints?
No, I respect the hell out of Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is like that, but
Alvin Kamara balance is crazy.
Was like that. Boy, his balance is crazy. Hard to get down. Hard to get down,
bro. His balance
hard to get down, bro.
Hey, Jerome Bettis. You got to hit him. You can't just roll up on the bus. Just a little tap on little tap. Nah, bro. You got to hit.
You might have to call in the troops. You got to hit them, and you might have to call in the troops.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Walter Payton was a dog.
I mean, in most people's eyes, he'd go running back. In most people's eyes, you got him. Jim Brown. I mean, the old NFL historians. I mean,
Walter Payton.
Those were the guys. I'll take
Walter Payton. I'll take Walter Payton too. I ain't gonna lie to you though. I take Jerome Bettis as well, man. Get Jerome the better. Get Jerome the ball.
Jerome,
It's
he'll wear on you,
35.
man.
It's 35, man. Let it be 4th and 5.
Dude will wear on you. Think Derrick Henry wears on teams. Let it be 4th and 5. For real,
4th and 5.
man. You can really do that.
Bro, get Jerome the ball.
Imagine Jerome Bettis behind the Eagles line.
Shit.
That'd be bad. That'd be nasty. That'd be some nasty work right there, bro.
Nasty.
That'd be nasty.
Nasty work, bro. Most definitely, man.
That'd be nasty. But last one, man. Who you rolling with? Emmitt Smith or LaDainian Tomlinson? Who you rolling with? We know what LT was doing. He made the Chargers cool. He made them cool.
Bro, LT was a dog.
That stiff arm was nasty.
LT was a dog. Then he had the single most touchdowns in the season.
Yeah, was like 23? Was it 23? Mm-hmm. I think it was like 23, man. That dude, bro.
25, something like that.
Bro, spazzed.
Going stupid, bro.
With the dark visor. With the dark
visor, man. But I'm going to go with Emmitt Smith, though. I'm going to go with Emmitt Smith. Because, one, I also wore number 22 at one point in time. Because of Emmitt Smith. And he was just, he all-time rushing leader, if I'm not mistaken.
And he won. And he won
3 out.
Yes. Critical piece in those too. So it wasn't like he was up, bro.
Run behind Larry Allen. Run behind Larry Allen. People don't know about Larry Allen with the Cowboys, y'all. I feel like he don't get his
anchor. One of the best,
bro. But Emmitt Smith was a absolute dog. As LT was too.
LT. And he was in our generation, but
bro, playing LT. Well, with us playing LT, it was just like, bro, all right, we just need to stop LT. And Antonio Gates. That's all we need to do.
Yeah.
But it's just
like for real.
Ooh, like we stopped them too. We most likely gonna win this game. But Emmitt Smith, man, Emmitt Smith did things out there on that field that ain't nobody seen before. Same thing with Barry Sanders and Walter Payton. Like all these running backs just went out there and did that thing. But I'm gonna have to go with Emmitt Smith in this.
Same, man. I'm gonna go with Emmitt Smith, man. The LT, like I said, that ridiculous stiff arm. The LT was like that, man. But I gotta go Emmitt Smith, man. Man, me watch some LT highlights when I get off this thing. That LT, man, like that, bro. The San Diego days is crazy.
Crazy, bro. Crazy, man. Well, that's it, y'all.
That's it, man.
We went through the Colts training camp battle. We went through the Panthers training camp battle.
Y'all better keep your eyes peeled.
Better keep your eyes peeled, man, because
we done told y'all.
We got I was about to say Andrew Luck, my bad, y'all. But we got Andy Richardson and Daniel Jones going through it together. I think Anthony Richardson going to win. We got interesting wide receiver camp battle for the Panthers. Then we got who you rolling with, y'all. We gave y'all 4 different groups of who going to win who going to be your starting running back.
Yeah.
If you had a team. So please like, comment, subscribe to GoldView. We'll catch y'all next week, man. Holla at us.
Peace.